The Color Purple that just hit theaters on Christmas Day. The movie stars Fantasia Barrino in the lead role as Celie, a woman who loses the right to see her sister at a very early age after becoming the wife of Mr., played by Colman Domingo. Along the way, she meets people like Sophia, played by Danielle Brooks, and Shug, played by Taraji P. Henson, who tried to turn around her life and more than just a wife, and someone who could have a life of her own. Other characters in the movie are Corey Hawkins as the Mr. Son Harpo. You also have, as the younger versions of Celie and Nettie, you have Felicia Pearl Impassi as the younger version of Fantasia Barrino, and the young Nettie is played by Halle Bailey. The film is 2 hours and 20 minutes long and is PG-13. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnerberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews every single Monday. Beginning now on Monday, will be my box office breakdown show. And then I also do movie rankings, and which will include this week. I'll be doing my end of the year rankings of my top 10 favorite movies of the year, which will release on December 31st. So definitely stay tuned for that video. So please subscribe, ring the bell, so notified when that video drops. Comment down below. First of all, did you see the original film in the 80s, was directed by Steven Spielberg? Did you see the Broadway play of it? Did you read the novel? Or is this the first time that you're seeing the story of The Color Purple? Let me know in the comment section. Love having a fun discussion with you guys in the comments section down below. Again, if we disagree with each other, we'll disagree. Let's have a fun discussion about it in the comment section down below. And also please like the video, the thumbs up button. That is how you support this channel. So going in, I didn't really have any expectations because I have not seen the original film directed by Spielberg. Obviously, I have no idea how it was portrayed in a musical way on Broadway and on plays and stuff like that. So the fact that the original film was not a musical and this was a musical was definitely interesting. The fact that Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey stay on both as producers for this movie, as well as Quincy Jones, and this really all-star cast. And then I started getting more excited as awards season's been heating up, and this movie's getting a great reception. It did very well at the box office. So let's get my thoughts on the movie, my thoughts. And my thoughts are, with my general thoughts on this movie, is that I just love this film. I think that it is a fantastic film from start to finish. There are some issues, which I'll keep for the end of the video. But I just thought this was just an experience to sit in a movie theater and watch The Color Purple. Yes, it definitely was very theatrical with all the dancing and the singing scenes, but what was the most powerful part of the movie were these performances. This is one of the most well-casted movie of the entire year, where it delivers multiple performances, are some of the best performances of the entire year, but two obviously stand out. You have our lead character of Fantasia Barrino, who's in the leading role as Celie, and she is fantastic, especially in the second half of the movie. She is fantastic in the film. She brings this real innocence, the real not really knowledge. Again, this character was not someone who was educated, had a really hard childhood, really a hard life, until all of these people came around her and she became empowered and things like this. But she does a great job of blending between someone who's in a dark and dreary situation and someone now who's in a hopeful, sees the future of life and sees positivity in her future, even though many years were wasted. And Barrino is fantastic. It's one of the best lead performances of the year that does need to be recognized, at least for nomination throughout awards season. So hopefully we continue to see Barrino get nominated. She is a stage worker, so to see her in a movie is really fantastic. But the best performance of the entire movie is Danielle Brooks as Sophia, who if I'm not mistaken, played this role on Broadway or something like that. I have only known her from Peacemaker, where she was really the heart and soul of that show. And here she is easily the standout of this movie. She oozes charisma and the camera to her. So you can the camera and her just always find each other. And she is fantastic in the film. She has great chemistry with all the characters. She's the funniest character of the entire film, but she might also have one of the most, again, another dark storyline into the movie. But Brooks delivers both with the comedy and the seriousness that she brings to the character. This is a performance I think could win some awards throughout award season. She's truly mesmerizing in this movie. Other performances that are standouts, Colman Domingo continues to bring it. This year, I've just seen Rustin. He is fantastic in this film. I know Danny Glover originally played this role in the movie version, but Domingo does make it his own in this movie. He's one of the nastiest characters you'll see in a movie all year long. But Domingo is, again, really good in this movie, continues to prove why he's finally now getting all the work that he rightfully deserved for a long time. Taraji P. Henson, of course, is always fantastic, and she has probably the most charisma and the most movie star appeal of the entire cast based on her prior work, and Henson brings all of that knowledge of her that you've known from all their other movies, and she is fantastic in the film. Corey Hawkins is also really solid. I really enjoy Halle Bailey. I didn't review this on the channel, but I did watch The Little Mermaid around 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she is fantastic in that film, and she's really good. Again, much smaller role because I'm not going to spoil what happens in the movie, but Halle Bailey as the younger version of Celie's sister, she's really good in the movie. And I think yes, Halle Bailey has a long career ahead of her, of course, wherever she chooses. But I think Hollywood and making movies is one of them because she feels like a movie star after watching her in both this movie and Little Mermaid. So Halle Bailey was also really good in this movie. There's so many great performances, but those are the ones that stood out to me. The music itself is also really good. I think there are a lot of moments I was nervous about because this has such a dark, emotional, gripping, authentic storyline. And I was nervous about the singing element of the movie, if it would flow good, would it pull you out of an emotional level? And I don't think the movie does that in any way. When the movie needs to get super serious, there are some times where they sing for the most part, especially in that middle portion of the movie. The movie does not, just lets the movie breathe. I didn't feel like the singing pulled me out of the movie whatsoever. There weren't those memorable songs. I think that Fantasia Barrino Celia gets one really powerful song in the third act of the movie. But other than that, there's not really those memorable songs that I'll probably remember for years to come. But they're sung very well by actresses and actors who bring it their all and are fantastic singers. But the music itself, I think, flowed really well here within the story. The movie's very well directed. It's a beautiful film. Also really great costumes that are involved. The outfits that our characters are wearing, especially for Taraji P. Henson's character. There's some great costumes. The movie has a very lively feel to it, but also can get serious. And I was really gripped by the emotional story that was going on. And you do care about all the characters that are going on. From an issue perspective, I would say the biggest fault of this movie is that I love this huge ensemble, sometimes the other subplots in the movie just aren't that interesting. The father-son relationship between Mister and Harpo, while I love Domingo and Hawkins, is just not that interesting. The relationship between Shuggie Taraji P. Henson's character and her father, who's played by David Alan Grier, also a subplot that I just didn't feel was that totally necessary for this movie. And it was kind of a distraction at times from the overall main story of the movie. So overall, there are a couple subplots that easily could have been maybe removed and maybe could tighten the runtime. But overall, this is, for me, one of the best movies of the entire year. It's an enjoyable movie. It's a fun movie, but also it's really serious, emotional, and I was gripped by the story. But this movie is definitely carried by its unbelievable performances at the forefront. So overall, I'm going to give The Color Purple a 4.5 out of 5, a 90% for The Color Purple, one of the best movies I've seen all year long. And spoiler, it could be in my top 10 of the year when you see that video later in the week. So thanks for joining me on this review of The Color Purple. Subscribe, ring the bell if new to the channel. Also check out my out of theater reaction for the movie. I did my other thoughts, and I'll see you guys soon.